Hey guys, in this video, we're going to break down the power scaling of Solaire of Astora, one of the most iconic characters in the Souls series. We'll be discussing attack potency, AP, speed, and scale level, but as usual, we'll be focusing on one scale. Let's get started. Firstly, attack potency, AP. Attack potency is essentially what Solaire can destroy or create. For example, destroying a wall would put you at wall level. Now, where does Solaire stand? Attack potency, Universal Plus. Solaire scales to Universal Plus level in AP. Here's the proof. In an interview with Hidetaka Miyazaki, he confirms that Solaire can link the first flame in his own world if you save him from the sunlight maggot and summon him for the final boss, Miyazaki. So if you kill the red-eyed sunlight maggot, he can fight with you against the last boss. After that, he will link the fire in his own world. And as we established in the Chosen Undead scaling video, the act of linking the first flame is equivalent to Universal Plus AP because of this quote. The name First Flame denotes IT as the beginning fire, IT is a T once the first fire. In existence, a fire which begets more fire, and all things resulting from fire, and a fire which irreversibly changes the universe. This statement confirms that the first flame is a fundamental force that shapes and alters the entire universe. When the chosen undead sacrifices themselves to the flame, their soul fuels this cosmic power. Sustaining it means maintaining the universe's natural order, proving that Solaire wields power on a high universal scale. We debunk the notion that the first flame is not a multiversal power source in the Scaling the Chosen Undead video, rescaling it as a universal power source. But to those who didn't watch that video, here's a refresher. Within this bubble, events that couldn't occur otherwise are possible, leading to Solaire's second point. We can meet people who should be long dead, heroes from over a century ago. Both parties may have entered the bubble years apart, yet they can share the same space and ida time simultaneously, regardless of the gap. However, causality is still in effect, and events occur in sequence thereby. Excluding true parallel worlds as an explanation furthermore, time followed a stable flow before the bubble, so all possibility ties within it are limited by what has already transpired. And in the Abyssal Archive, page 2, it states, "And there is no reality where Quilana didn't abandon Izalith, or Gwyn didn't link the fire." Solaire's wording indicates that the bubble has only existed for the last 100 years. Some interpretations of Solaire's comments suppose that reality within the bubble has split into every possible variation and will reconverge into a singular reality again come the bubble's end. And for a little more clarification, in this Q&A, someone asked outright why Dark Souls isn't a multiverse. Question: before we face Aldrich in our world, we have an option of answering a summons. To defeat him in Anri's world, this means that players can defeat the boss twice in order to complete the story. If Dark Souls isn't a multiverse, why can we face him twice? Answer: game mechanics trump lore. Miyazaki wanted the storytelling of Anri leaving a summon sign, in the vain hope that Horus was still alive out there and would come back to her following the prism stones like he always had. The possibility of facing Aldrich twice seems to serve the narrative more than the integrity of the setting. Conclusion: Solaire scales to Universal Plus. Speed, FTL Plus to immeasurable. We scale Solaire's speed the same way we scaled the Chosen Undead. So let's revisit that. Low end, FTL as stated here. Quote, "Miracle born from the fading soul of Gwyn. Hurl sunlight spear. In the war that marked the dawn of the Age of Fire, Gwyn wielded these rays of sunlight, which remains fierce even as they fade. Since Solaire can use this spell, and can dodge the Chosen Undead spears as well with ease, this easily puts him at FTL+, high-end, immeasurable speed." I explained this back in the Chosen Undead video, but again, I'll re-quote it for you here. Solaire of Astora states, "This is a truly strange place. Flow of time is stagnant. Various things will soon slip out of alignment. I don't know how long the worlds of you and I will remain overlapped." This implies that Lordran exists in a space-time anomaly where time doesn't flow normally, allowing beings from different points in history to coexist. Abyssal Archive further explains, "We can meet people who should be long dead, heroes from over a century ago. However, causality is still in effect, and events occur in sequence. thereby excluding true parallel worlds as an explanation. This confirms that characters in Dark Souls interact in a non-linear timeline, yet still exist within a single sequence of events. Conclusion: low-end, FTL+, high-end, immeasurable. Final results: AP, Universal+, speed, FTL+, lowball, immeasurable, highball, and scale level, high universal. Thanks for watching.